Hi everybody, it's Max Walker&Williams here. Now, as you know, if you watch my videos and you subscribe to the channel, I'm not really an investor, I'm not a crypto buff, I'm just a simple, plain, old-fashioned property guy. However, I do keep my eye on the markets and I do look out for interesting things, and I'm a big believer in HBAR. I think it's got incredible potential, and if you haven't seen, you should definitely have a look at the few HBAR videos that I've made. HBAR finally explained how to buy it and how to sell it. And if you want to watch those videos and you haven't, please click the link in the description below. Another crypto that I've come across that I think has got great potential is OMI. Now, in my mind, there are two sort of different sets of cryptos. There's cryptos that are trying to take over the world, like HBAR, Bitcoin, and trying to be some sort of currency for everyone on Earth to use. And there are other cryptos that are made for a specific purpose. And OMI, or ECOMI, is a crypto that has been created for a specific purpose, and I think it's the purpose that the crypto was created for has got great potential and backing, and is something that's already working. So I'm going to explain a little bit about OMI and VeVe, and hopefully you agree. If you don't, no problem, and if you do, I think particularly at the price that I'm going to talk about, it's definitely worth a punt. Okay, so OMI was created in partnership with VeVe, and VeVe is a website. You can go on Google VeVe, and they effectively do digital art. So pictures on the internet, much like art in real life. Guys create pictures, except their medium isn't oil on canvas, it's digital. And some of them are really amazing and they're very talented. However, there was no value in it because it could be very, very easily copied from your computer. So if you saw a picture you really liked and you want it on your phone, if you have an iPhone, you just screenshot it and it's now on your iPhone is your wallpaper. Now that's still true, this doesn't solve that problem, but what this does do is it gives the digital art scarcity. And the way it does that, they attach a coin with OMI as a proof of stake to the digital art. So one coin is unique and it's got that code, you attach that to the piece of art, and then you can do two things with that. One, you can prove that it is that one, and two, you can track where it's been. So if I bought a picture of Batman, for example, and I want that on my wallpaper, or I want it as a collectible, and I want to be the only person in the world that owns that from this amazing artist, this guy who's got big provenance, I then sell it to somebody else, and then they sell it to somebody else, and you go to buy it, you can check beyond all reasonable doubt that, yeah, this is the actual piece that's come from that person, from that person, from that person. So it gives the art provenance, and this is already happening right now. So if you go on VeVe, if you go on VeVe, you will see that the price of art is already going up, and it's because the artists have now finally got a way of making digital art scarce, or particular pieces scarce. So now they can say, I've made this particular one, and this is the original, and then I'm going to make slight tweaks to it, and there's going to be 12 sort of collectibles of that. So the 12s are artist proofs, if you like, at the one price, but the original piece is the expensive bit. And I think it'll take time, but I think in time there will be sales in the millions of individual pieces of digital art. So that is the purpose of OMI. And VeVe have Marvel, Universal Studios, so they've got Batman, Superman, Jurassic Park, Star Trek, so the really, really big names. So if you're an avid Star Trek fan, of which we know there are lots, and some with some serious money to spend, and you want a one-off digital piece, Star Trek related, you can now buy that and spend a lot of money on it, confident in the knowledge that you're the only person in the world that has that piece. At the moment, as of today, the 18th of March, 21, the price of OMI, because it's only been out for 2 weeks, is $0.008369. So really, really, really cheap. So just to give you an idea, if you were to buy £150 worth of OMI, you'd get 17,923 coins, 0.28 and change. So if you put 150 quid in it, sit on it for a bit, I really believe that this is going to go somewhere, and it could even hit $1. It might level out at $1, but if it did, off your £150, you've effectively got £17,923. So it's not a bad return on your money. And I don't think this is a super long-term project. I think we'll see the price as more and more people learn about VeVe, and actually it was on BBC Radio 4 the other day. So it's a big thing because it's a massive leap in the digital art market. So it's making big waves. And VeVe have got all of the big license guys. So there will be other copycats that come out, but they weren't first to market. So they won't have, one, the customer base that they've already got. I think there's about 1 million people already buying and selling digital art on VeVe. And VeVe have got all the big names that people want. So there you are, guys. It's just a short little video. I don't know loads and loads about this. It's just something I came across. I heard about VeVe. I was aware of them already, but I'd heard about what they were doing in terms of digital art and being able to sell it for a higher price. Who knows? Maybe even Banksy will do something digitally and then it'll be a one-off unique piece. And if something like that happens, it'll just explode. Everyone will hear about it. Everyone will pile into it. But it does have a value, it does have a purpose in real life. It's not just a speculative coin like a lot of the others. They're not trying to take over the world, you know, and try and compete with HBAR because they'd lose like all the others will eventually. They are literally just, it has a really good and scalable use. So if you've got any questions, please leave a comment below. And if you enjoy this video and you want to see more like it, please give me a like, comment and subscribe. I was just wiping the board and getting ready to do the next video when Bill said, he started asking me questions about this and said he really didn't understand. So I'm just going to do a little bit more on this video in case there are other people out there who also don't understand. This is, that's Batman, okay? That's a picture of Batman. Now, there was no way of anyone proving on the internet that this was the only picture that was created by that artist. It's not a copy, it is the original. There was no real way, there was no way of proving that was true. So how much, even if you love this picture, and you believe that it was done by the artist, in fact, you were with the artist when he created it. So you know for a fact that this is the original, and it's the only one in the world. How much would you pay for it, knowing that if you ever want to sell it, you can't prove, unless you can get the artist to speak to the person buying it, that this is the only one. And how does the person who's buying it know that you're not a crook and you haven't created two of these? So even though the artist says, yes, Max was with me when I created this and Max has got the only original, how does the artist know that I haven't just copied it? And I'm selling this to 1, 2, 3 different people, whatever. So the way you do that is, with OMI, you attach to this a digital signature. Now it's the only one, it can't be hacked, can't be changed, and it's the only one. So this one doesn't have the digital signature and this one does. Now, when Max sells it to, so this is owned by Max, and then Max sells it to Bill, hope you can see this. When Max sends it to Billy, it's still got the digital signature. But it's now got another digital signature when it's been sold to, or a transaction, when it's been sold to Billy. Now, Billy enjoys it, he likes the art, he's got it on his phone, he's hanging it on a computer screen on his wall, whatever. And then Billy sells it, and all of these signatures. Now, anyone who wants to look at the history of this piece of art and wants to buy it and is considering buying it off the 6th person in the line, they can look at the signature and they know it's authenticated and they can see the whole history of the art. Now, with this security attached to the art, it makes the art scarce. And scarcity often leads to high value. And that is why the art, and it's a really exciting time for digital artists, at last they can create pieces that they know they can prove forever are genuine originals and not just copies.